Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I mix my beats. And there's two ways of doing this. There's the industry standard where it runs through an engineer. He does all that compression and all the EQing for you with the limiting and sidechain and everything. But then there's the new boy, not even the new, but there's the flstudio people who just level everything out, add their effects and everything. Like for example, the Osama-san beats, the 808's clipping crazy to where you can barely even hear the melody, but you hear the melody, it just makes it sound quieter because it's clipping so much. And that's the thing about this video is I don't want you to copy exactly what I do. I want you guys to figure out what your mix sounds like, because the mix is kind of part of your sound. Some people have their hi-hats really loud, like Take Heath, his hi-hats are like his bounce, that's his most important part. But then you got someone like Metro Boomin with using sub 808s and making them more profound in the mix. It's just all up to you. You're gonna find your sound as you keep mixing. But let's get straight into this video. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is the actual beat, and I kind of mixed it as I made it, but let's just listen to it.
Okay, Juicy.
Okay, so this is kind of badly or unmixed kinda. So we're just gonna go through the first things first, is the melody. So what I usually would do is we're gonna clone this and put it into a different arrangement, and let's just delete all these drums. So we'll put them all over here. So we could do it like this. So we just go through each individual sound. So insert one, this is the piano. For this, for your first sound, the piano's the main sound. You want to put your EQ and stuff on. So this is it without the EQ and the reverb. But as you notice, it does sound like it's a little cluttered in the low end. So that's why I put this EQ in there, to get rid of a little bit of that. You could pull this down a little bit to get rid of that muddiness in the 150 hertz range. And I just boosted the highs a little bit. Once you EQ, you gotta think about this chain. So this is step one, this parametric EQ2. And then step two, step three, step four, step five, you see? So it's all like a chain, and it goes down through a system. So you want to shape your sound before you put it through effects. So I know I put basic effects on this, but then next is in fact the reverb. So let's listen to it with the reverb now. And that's pretty much it. You want to do basic mixing. And then this is where we level it out actually. So I want this to be the loudest part in the mix, kind of, because it's the piano. Besides like the drums, the loudest in the melody. So next is insert two. So let's play it with the piano. So that's like this little vocal chop that I got from Splice. I actually put a shelf, a high shelf and a low shelf. So listen to it without. But see, that's too prominent in the mix. We also want room for vocals. That's one of your main things, is you want the room for vocals. You don't want too much going on to where the vocals are just going to sound like a part of the beat. So that's why we put it through the EQ. And then we add our reverb. Same reverb. Also, a little bit of advice is you could copy the same reverb by just clicking down this arrow, save preset as, and then just drag it into the thing. And it'll give you the same reverb, so everything is like glued together more. So this one's pretty similar. and then I just boosted the mix up. So yeah, make sure put your reverbs on your sounds too. That also adds to the mix way differently, makes it better. So insert 1, 2 together. So next is insert 3, which is this guitar. So I put EQ on this, a shelf, and we'll go through them. I kind of want it to be like silent more, and then a delay. And I didn't change any settings. I just put this mix knob down, and then a flangus, then a reverb, same reverb as you can see, and then put that mix up, and then just a pan man so that it goes from left to right ear. Because one thing we're gonna explain once I show you we're done mixing through all these melodies is that you don't want everything in the same spot, because the vocals are already gonna be sitting mono in the mix in the middle. So you want to kind of put things right, left, make it more stereo and stuff. So listen. Going to the right now. You can also look at your mixer track and just look at where it's going mainly. See, it went from left to right. And then next, so let's just hear us all together so we can mix it. And that's pretty much it for these main sounds right now. So next we're gonna just look at this vocal chop. Got me going round in circles through the motions. Got me thinking I'm better off alone. So when it comes to these vocal chops, there's two ways you could do it. So if you want it to be just an intro or a bridge, you would make it a little bit louder because you want it to be more prominent. But once the drums hit, you don't want it to be as loud. So we're gonna look at this. So it's the EQ, and it's just a shelf. Same thing. I always do the shelf just to like make it sit in the mix differently. Got me going round in circles through the motions. And then we're gonna add this reverb. Same reverb as all of the other ones. And the mix is just at 28%. Got me going round in circles through the motions. Got me thinking I'm better off alone. So now let's hear these all together. And one thing about when you're leveling them out, because leveling's the main thing for when it comes to us. We're not audio engineers who've been doing this for like 10 plus years. They could do that shit with the stems or just doing it however they do. I don't know that stuff. But so let's just listen and level it out. See, that's good. All right, and then this last sound, this is just a counter melody. And I didn't EQ anything, just put effects on it. So it's just a delay 3 with this wet knob turned down. Alright, and I want this more of a background sound, so let's hear it with everything else. So maybe this mix does sound cluttered right now, but the thing about it is you gotta remember is we're gonna be taking sounds out, adding sounds, getting rid of sound, you know what I mean, to where it sounds, and then also use automation clips. So as we see, if you highlight all these sounds and then click route to this track only, now they're all gonna be pushing through this bus, and this is where you add the sound. So one thing I do like to do is go into parametric EQ2, and this is how you can cut out the loads really quick and control them more. So and then that's pretty much it for the melody so far. So now this is the trick I did want to show you guys though, is you want to pan your things like I said. You don't want all sitting in the middle. So let's just look at insert 1, and we got to think about it to how they're going to work together. So And then since I already have Pan Man on this guitar, I actually do not need to pan it. And then one thing we could add to this is another Pan Man. So we're gonna actually do this, save preset and put it into this. And we're just gonna change it up a little bit. So we'll make it a little softer and we'll max it out a little more. So can't play these games with you no more. And one thing about when you're panning, you gotta think about what is gonna be more prominent in the mix. So this piano is gonna be playing throughout the whole beat, and so we're gonna keep that on the left side, obviously. But then these other sounds that I could be taking out or throwing in, you want to put those more on the right side. I put this more on the right side because I know these sounds are going to be taken in or out. So that's why I put them both to the right and kept this one to the left. And then these two, they have pan man on it. So they're going to be going left to right in the image, the stereo image too. So next thing you could do is, since we have this melody bus, we're going to put this love filter down and we could add a reverb to make it sound more full. And we're gonna do like a chamber or a hall, and we'll just pick a random preset. We'll go fat snare hall, and we'll just put this decay up more, actually. Size 80-90, and then low cut up all the way. And then next thing we're gonna do is just listen and put this down a lot. So when you're doing that, a reverb on everything, make sure that mix is really low, like 6% to like 10%. And then also the next thing we can add is we'll just go with the stock plugin, Fruity Stereo Enhancer. So stereo separation, you don't have to put the pan or anything or the offset or anything, just put the stereo separator up a little bit. It just makes it sound way more wider. So we put that on, and then that's pretty much it for the melody, except for one thing is you want to level out this melody bus. So I usually have a threshold of up to like 12. And that is pretty much it for the melody. So next is we're gonna get these drums in. So let's just listen to these drums. So first things first is, this is the kick. So I always have my kicks punchy. So we'll just boost that up all the way. And when it comes to the drums, dude, always choose good samples. Find a good drum kit. There's so many on Reddit. Like, it's 2024. It's not 2018 where you have to make your own drum sound. Just go and find one on anywhere. YouTube, look up free drum kits for trap or whatever genre, dude. You'll find it all. Like, everything's good sounds now. Everyone's selling drum kits. So this is the kick. The thing is you want your 808 and kick, because I'm gonna be having them play at the same time, so you want them sounding good together. So first let's go through the 808 too. And one more thing before we actually get fully into these drums, all I have on my master is a soft clipper. Literally stock plugins, stock settings I meant. It's literally the best thing ever. It's just a clipper. And the parametric EQ, I just do that just in case I want to boost some highs or something. But that's pretty much it for that. So it's just a soft clipper and the highs boosted a little bit. So that's it for the, let's hear this 808 and kick together. And next is the snap, because this is gonna be our snap claps layered. So the way I like my snaps and my claps is I always boost the velocity max. Same thing with my 808s, always boost that max. And then this is where we level it out more, because if you think about it, when someone's hitting a drum pattern, when they hit that clap or that 808, they're pressing that. They're like, ooh, yeah, that's hype. So that's why the velocity is high. You know what I mean? And it may not sound as natural, but it's gonna be more punchy. So let's level it. And then same with this clap. I'm gonna boost this clap up. Yes, sir. And then this is just another clap for a different thing. And then with the hi-hat. So everyone's different with their hi-hats. So like Take Keith, he likes to shit loud, punchy. But then for me, I like mine more in the background. That's how I like mine. That's my sauce. So then we go to these counter snares. I like mine more in the background, like even with the hi-hat level more. Next is just this crash. So the crash, let's listen. I like it at that level, just quiet. So next, here's the part where it gets more fun, is we're gonna run it with the melody and see if they're clashing more. So that's pretty much it for like most of this mixing. So now we just gotta hear it with like the context of the arrangement. So since we put that EQ onto this melody bus, this is what I was gonna show you why you can control it more. You click this knob on the parametric EQ knob, create automation clip, and then when the 808s aren't playing, you have it off. So then the melody is still full. So listen to it with it, and then without, or without then with it, whatever. You can hear it just lost all of its energy, but since the 808's playing, we don't want it clashing. All right, let's just hear it all now.
Okay, Juicy.
See, doesn't that sound way more clean compared to before? It just sounds like everything's more cohesive with each other. So, yeah, and here's one more time. Let's listen to it one more time. And that is pretty much it for everything I have to teach this video. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 for more advanced stuff. But this is just basic stuff. There's some more stuff you could do. Like, I mix within here too, just to like send it into this mixer track. But this is where I do like all the final mixing. This is just basic mixing. That's what it was before. But pretty much it's not that hard. You just gotta listen to music and learn your sound. So thank you so much for watching. Check me out on Instagram at reifprod, reifprod, and that's pretty much it. Link in the description. See ya.